Hey guys, so sorry that I haven't posted a makeup video in a hot minute, but life has just been hectic and crazy and stressful, so yeah, if anybody wants to fill out my FAFSA for me, go ahead and do it. I recently made a purchase online on wish.com. Many of you have probably shopped on there before, honestly, and I've seen these beauty YouTubers with all these Artis brushes that are flippin' expensive, and I found a pack of these, or it was supposed to come in a box, but I mean it came in a thingy, and they look like, can you see that? They look just like the Artis brushes, in my opinion, and they're pretty soft, but I mean I'm going to test it out and see if it works. I have not tried the Artis brushes yet. I cannot afford those, so I'm just going to be testing these out. It comes with like this huge old bag of, I haven't washed these yet, so I'm going to spritz clean them very well before I go in and use them. This is the biggest one, so I guess you could use this for foundation and powder. I really don't want to use these for powder just because I feel like it would move the foundation, and it just might be too full coverage for me. But if you fill them, like, they're super soft. These are gold, the ones that I got, like plastic gold. Super sturdy, nice to hold. I know with Artis brushes you're not supposed to like, you're just supposed to lightly put it on there. So I'm going to start out with primer. Okay, I'm barely touching my face. It feels like it's going on fairly well, but it's also primer, so it's kind of hard to fill in general. It is clumping up right there, and it's kind of staying clumpy on my brush. You can see those gray ish looking dots. That's the primer, so maybe I need to just hold it a little bit higher up and apply it a little harder. No, still kind of staying in the brush. Alright, I'll dip back into the rest and lightly apply that on my face. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'll just go in with the foundation that I use all the time. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go in with this foundation that's kind of old and I need to get rid of. And it's pretty liquidy, so I feel like this brush would go hand in hand with a super liquidy foundation. I'll just do like 2 droplet thingy-madoos. It's the L'Oreal True Match. I don't know if I should apply it to my face first, or no, I'll just do 2 pumps or 2 whatever on the side of the face, and then I'll put it on the back of my hand and go with a brush like to my hand and then on this side of the face, but I'll start out with it on my face first. Okay, really touching. Whoa. Actually, this might be enough on my entire face. I don't know. Maybe bring it down the neck. You can see like instantly. It's pretty good. Up close, I have no brush strokes. Wow. I don't really like taking it off the back of my hand though, because I feel like it loses a lot of product. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, I feel like I need to use more pressure, but at the same time, like, no, you're not supposed to. So this side seems to have the same coverage, maybe not as much on my cheek area, but I mean, it's still fairly good. Okay, and it's all dried up on the back of my hand now, so I don't really have any more to use. Overall, don't like how it handles the nose area, but that could just be me. Here's a small one though that might be ideal for concealer in large places. At the same time, I feel like this small tiny one would be best, so I think that's what I'm going to work with. First, I'm going to go in with a liquid concealer on this side. I feel like this isn't going to blend out very well, but that's just me being a negative Nelly. Okay, and light light pressure. Okay. Still think I like the Beauty Blender a little bit better under here. I'm just gonna do what I did. I'm gonna take that same brush. This actually isn't creasing like much at all, and I usually have a ton of creasing. It just wowzers. I like it. And I love how it's so tiny and like you just can get right in that nook and cranny when you've hit pan like I have. Look at there. This is some good concealer though, it really is. Kind of wish it was a little bit lighter for my skin, just like every other foundation, but whatever. I'm just gonna go straight from the pot with this one all over my face. Okay, I'm gonna try dabbing it. I'm gonna go in with setting powder. I really don't know if I should use one of those brushes. I just feel like it would kind of cake it on a little much. But maybe this brush right here? I'll try it. And if I don't like it, I'll use a different one. That's the good thing about it. Oh, really big. Hey. Try swiping it a little bit. This actually takes powder pretty well. I'm gonna start out with a light blush. I'll just go from pan. Kind of picks it up weirdly. Instead of doing it in a circle like I did, because that kind of clumps it up, try doing like, oh, no, never mind, not with the Dream Bouncy blush. What? It's like almost ripping it out of the pan because this blush is like so bouncy. I don't know, maybe this brush will just blend it out. And I'm just gonna take that to my cheeks. Very lightly. Okay. I'm going to go in with Girl Meets Pearl. I'll just put it on the back of my hand. That way I don't go too crazy with applying it to my face. Now I feel weird about doing this with highlighter sometimes because every single time that I have ever applied highlighter like this with a brush instead of just my fingers, it does not go on well. You know what I mean? And it also kind of wears off. I'll just stop right there. Okay, got some brush strokes going on, so I'm just going to go again and tap over that area with my fingers. I'm just going to go in with a big fluffy brush. Oh, no, no. This is kind of hard to control on the nose. Oh, that's super harsh. I literally barely tapped it. Maybe if I try this. Okay, that's blending it out, going back and forth like this. It's blending it out a lot. Whatever. This gets you that precise line though. Whoa. Maybe I can blend up with this brush? Is that going to be difficult? So I'm going to go in with this powder blush. And this right here, same brush that we just used. And, ooh. It's not really masking up that sheen of that blush highlighter or the regular highlighter. to do it in this little tiny butt mirror. And I'm just going to use the powder. Oh. LOL? Question mark, question mark? Does that look okay? No. I'll just flick it up like that. Okay, okay. Okay, so I tried so hard using this brush for my crease. It worked pretty well for under my eyes. Yes, this is a weird eye look, I understand, but you know, browns and blues can sometimes live in harmony, and it makes this weird color in my crease when they kind of blend together. Well, what? I'm not giving up just yet. Well, actually, everything else is pretty good, except for using these as eye. Now I'm going to be using them for lip. I'm going to go in with that same cream blush that I did earlier, this little beat up thing. I'm going to kind of swirl in there. Ooh, that kind of tickles, but like, oh man, my lips are dry and chapped. Yeah, I can call it that. There we go. That's a better pigment. It kind of works though at the top of your lip because it fits that shape. Semi-perfectly. Alright, so this is the final look. I'd say that they did pretty well. The only two things that I didn't really like were these two eye brushes. I guess you could consider both of them eye brushes, but I used this little one right here as a lip brush, and I tried this one as a crease brush, but it didn't really work as a crease brush. It did, however, work pretty well for under the eyes. It did hurt just a little bit, and I was using light pressure, so if you have sensitive eyes or just that kind of hurts to touch under your eyes in general, probably wouldn't use this for under your eyes. Just stick with your normal stuff. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 brushes, $10 plus $1 shipping, $2. Depends on who you retail it from or who you get it from off of Wish. So those are those. And then you have the 3 that look like this. I'll do it in order from largest to smallest. This could be eyeliner, these could be contour, whatever. I used it for contour. I contoured my nose, contoured my cheeks. It did a great job at that, and then I just blended it out with the rest of the stuff. Like the other brushes, such as these dolls. This was amazing for concealer. The only problem is that you do kind of get some brush strokes with these if you're not careful, like if you don't look. So you just kind of have to keep going. You might have to go in with the Beauty Blender and touch it up a little bit, but overall I think that this rates a 8 out of 10, and I'll definitely be using these a lot. Maybe not on tutorials, but I don't know, if I'm kind of in a rush I might use them. But I like the eye makeup. If you want to see a tutorial on it, then I'll make one. Busy schedule, but thank you so much for watching, and I think it's a great dupe for the Artis brushes, but let me know if you've tried the real ones and let me know how those are. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!